other side.
Why you gotta be like that? Let's go stand next to you.
Do we need to do any audio testing, or are we good to go? We're good?
We're good.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. My name is Christine Delisle. I am the mayor of Leander, Texas. First, I want to start off today by acknowledging the grief and anger that's been felt in our community right now. Lives have been lost, families are forever changed, and many are still waiting for answers about their loved ones. It's unimaginable heartbreak. From the beginning of this disaster, our city has been committed to helping however we can, both inside city limits and outside. Our crews have been out assisting with search, rescue, and recovery efforts wherever they have been needed. We have offered drones, boats, search teams, a dive team, and even the use of our Emergency Operations Center to better coordinate response in these critical early days. I want to take a moment to recognize our rescue teams. Their work over these past days has been truly heroic. They have spent countless hours in dangerous and exhausting conditions, doing everything they can to save lives and to reunite families with their loved ones. They deserve our deepest gratitude, respect, and our unwavering support. Earlier today, I had a good call with Judge Brown in Travis County, and we are coordinating together and will be on site tomorrow to talk about operations. Today, you'll hear from members of our staff who will tell you about our response both in the city and alongside our partners, and will give updates on our operations going forward. For members of the media, we have photos and a timeline available to you afterward. I'd like to now introduce Aubrey Holmes, our Emergency Management Coordinator.
Good afternoon. My name is Aubrey Holmes. That's AUBURYHOLMES. I serve as the Emergency Management Coordinator for the City of Leander, and I will summarize the actions taken by the city starting on July 5th. On Saturday, July 5th, at approximately 1:20 a.m., the City of Leander was notified of a large storm cell tracking towards our jurisdiction by Williamson County. Emergency staff was then mobilized and began staffing our Emergency Operations Center from around 1:45 a.m. to about 5:20 p.m. City police, fire, and public works departments responded to road closure calls, water rescues, house fires, citizen evacuations, and power outages. Over the next few days, the city also conducted several searches for reported flood victims along the San Gabriel River and Brushy Creek. In addition, city staff have worked to organize debris cleanup and supply distribution for residents affected by the floodwaters. And we have also assisted Travis County officials in body recovery efforts. We are committed to serving our community and assisting wherever we are needed. We will continue to assist Travis County in the Center Creek area with manpower, direct aid missions, and overall incident management. Thank you.
I'm Billy Wusterhausen, Billy Wusterhausen, the fire chief for the City of Leander. After we were notified of the flash flood conditions, we began monitoring our local conditions. We had our first call for a water rescue at about 2 a.m. That was to assist Travis County Emergency Service District Number 1 off of Nameless Road with that effort. Around 3 a.m., a car had driven around some barricades off of County Road 279 and was swept into the South Fork San Gabriel River. That's in Liberty Hills Fire Response District. They contacted us to bring out our boat team and our swiftwater techs. So we deployed our a boat team of 3 technicians up there. That water is very rough, very swift, and also has a lot of debris in it. During our rescue efforts, our boat hit an object and it capsized, launching the 3 technicians downstream. One of the photos that's going through the presentation there has an image of our swiftwater boat wrapped up against some trees after the floodwaters had receded. 2 of our technicians were able to get behind that boat and to a safe area that was still there in the water, while the 3rd member, the lieutenant, was swept downstream. He was able to use his training and skills to get out of the water, and after he determined he was safe, then he was able to make contact with the 2 victims in the vehicle. We were successfully able to get all 3 of our personnel and the 2 victims out of there. After ensuring our members were safe, we began deploying resources around the city to check for low water crossings and other areas that commonly flood. At around 5 a.m., we had a boat task force that was deployed into the Williamson County area. We housed them at our Fire Station 5 off of Treviso Parkway there in Travis County. We evacuated the Riverside RV Park, which is outside of the city limits but is in our fire response area. We established a point of refuge for those residents to be able to report to. That was in cooperation with Leander ISD at one of their nearby schools. As the water levels then began to go down, while we didn't have any reported missing in our city or in our district, we knew that there were reported people missing in other areas. So we began searching the riverbanks and the floodwaters along that area to ensure there was nobody that was missing that we could recover. We began performing damage assessments around town to ensure that our city was stable, or to ensure the condition of our city, and they began offering more assistance to neighboring departments. Between Sunday and today, each day we have performed searches in our own city and our fire district on 2 specific waterways. Those searches consisted, not every day, but throughout the collaboration of all of it, consisted of foot searches that were performed on the bank, as well as having team members in the water performing searches. We utilized drones, helicopters, underwater cameras, cadaver dogs, and scuba divers. Some of those were local resources that were deployed by the department, and others were resources that we were able to call in from other neighboring departments and other departments throughout the state. As part of our regular automatic and mutual aid agreements, we have since Saturday responded to assist DSD-1 with 1 rescue, 3 recoveries, and a few other emergencies, as well as helping Liberty Hill and Georgetown Fire Department with other emergency calls. Be happy to answer any questions at the conclusion, and I'll turn it over to Assistant Chief Fletcher.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Chief Billy Fletcher. I've had the pleasure of serving the Leander Police Department, and I will be speaking on the police department's behalf today. Our hearts are heavy as we extend our deepest condolences to the families who have lost loved ones in the recent floods impacting Williamson County, Travis County, as well as others across the state. The devastation has touched many lives, and we mourn alongside every community affected. Since the flooding began in the Leander area last Friday, the Leander Police Department has been working closely with our partners at the Leander Fire Department to support response efforts. Our officers and staff have remained committed to providing meaningful assistance to the fire department, our community, and neighboring agencies throughout the challenging times. During this past week, our officers have provided drone support for search and rescue crews both locally and in Travis County. They have also been working closely with the Travis County Health and Human Services and local churches to establish safe and secure flood recovery resource centers here in Leander for those most affected by the floods, both locally and regionally. Throughout this week, the Leander Police Department has been actively investigating the disappearance of 75-year-old resident Jay Dunn, who was initially believed to have been swept away in the floodwaters near his home on County Road 177. On July 9th, 2025, a coordinated multi-agency search was conducted employing cadaver dogs, dive teams to carefully examine a significant portion of Brushy Creek and its banks near Mr. Dunn's residence. During this search, investigators discovered evidence indicating that Mr. Dunn may have passed away on the property prior to the flooding event. At this time, we do not believe that Mr. Dunn's death was caused by the floodwaters, and no foul play is suspected at this time. This is still under investigation. Lastly, I want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the citizens of Leander for your continued support during these trying times. Your kindness, encouragement, and generosity have uplifted our officers, our city staff, and those most deeply impacted by the floodwaters. We are truly blessed to serve in such a caring and unified community.
Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Boyle. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Leander, spelled ASHLEA BOYLE. Thank you for the opportunity to provide a status update on our park system. Out of 11 parks and 10 trails, 7 locations were impacted by the high waters from the recent flooding event. These include Benbrook Ranch Park Disc Golf Course, Crystal Falls Golf Course, Divine Lake Park, Horizon Lake Park, Lakewood Park, Sarita Valley Trail, and Valley Vista Trail. As of today, July 11th, we have successfully reopened Horizon Lake Park, Sarita Valley Trail, and Crystal Falls Golf Course. Benbrook Ranch Disc Golf Course, Divine Lake Park, Lakewood Park, and Valley Vista Trail remain closed at this time. Once the water recedes and it is safe to access these areas, our crews will assess conditions, begin cleanup efforts, and work towards reopening. Our primary focus right now is ensuring public safety while addressing damage where we can. We appreciate the community's patience as we work through this process. We know many residents are curious about the conditions of our parks, but we kindly ask that you do not enter the parks for any reason, even on foot. These closures are in place to protect the public, as conditions may include hidden hazards, unstable ground, or unsafe structures. We understand how important parks, trails, and open spaces are to our community members and visitors for daily life. They are essential to our community's quality of life, offering places for recreation, wellness, and peace of mind. That's why we are committed to restoring access as quickly as possible and responsibly as possible to our community. Our prayers are with everyone affected by the recent flooding here in our community and throughout the Hill Country. We know this is a difficult time, and we remain committed to support our community and neighbors throughout this process. Thank you.
We'd like to thank you guys for joining us here today. Before we segue into the question session of this, I wanted to just bring up some of the current things that we are doing as of right now today. We have had our police and fire department conducting relief efforts in conjunction with Texas Military Forces and Texas Emergency Management in the Sandy Creek area. And also the City of Leander will be working alongside the State Incident Management Team to assist with recovery and relief efforts as we progress forward. I would just like to advise all the citizens that if they are wanting to get emergency notifications, they need to go to warncentraltexas.org. That's Texas spelled out, and they can register there and receive emergency notifications. If there are any special medical needs for any of the citizens in our area, they are welcome to go to the State of Texas Emergency Assistance Registry, and they can register there. And so if there's any needs, we will make contact with them to try to assist them. I would also encourage everybody to heed the warnings of the turnaround, don't drown. When you go around barricades, when you take things into your own hands, you put your life at risk and also the first responders' lives at risk. Thank you. And I'll open it up to questions.
You talked about volunteers. We've seen a lot of people stepping up across Central Texas. Is this too much? What can they do? Should they be coming out to help and assist in these areas?
So I certainly understand the desire to help our neighbors. I think that's what makes America as great as it is and what makes these communities great. However, when we are in those emergency situations and we are in those emergency response modes, we encourage people to stay out of there. Some of the activities, depending on what we're doing in there, could actually make it worse in our recovery efforts or in our search efforts. And also those are hazardous areas that they're in, so we don't need other people that may be getting hurt while trying to do good. So we encourage those that want to assist to do it through one of the recognized volunteer organizations. So we've been directing everyone here to sign up through Austin Disaster Relief Network, ADRN. There, if you have specific needs as a resident, they have a place there for you to sign up to get assistance, and then also if you want to help, then they have a place for you to sign up to volunteer to help. So the Texas Department of Emergency Management and Travis County OEM are working with Austin Disaster Relief Network in order to allow them to bring in those volunteers to do that in a coordinated effort.
I have a question for the mayor. We spent all morning in Sandy Creek. What do you have to say to the residents there who feel the delays in assistance have made things worse for them?
Sure. Well, I can't speak to a lot of the delays in assistance because Travis County is the organization that's handling things. But our hearts definitely go out with them. It's frustrating even from here to see the delays, and it's heartbreaking. And I'm hoping that going forward, not only do we get things resolved there, but also we all work together regionally and figure out how to never let this happen again.
Mayor, was there a reason why Travis County was turning away your help? Was there an explanation for why they were doing that?
I'm not entirely clear on that. I'll ask one of our
Yeah, so in disasters of this scale, areas are divided up into areas of responsibility. So whenever they realized the disaster level, then they started calling in other resources to start handling those things. So when we reached out to provide assistance, they said all the needs are being met. Now the understanding that, or the part that is hard to understand is when we say the needs are being met, that may not mean that it's right now, right? But it may mean that a team has identified that and will be working on it. And so during these states of disasters, the resources that you're looking for typically don't come right away. So they're having to, there's a lot of processes, a lot of involvement that has to occur to be able to get to the point of getting those resources on the ground. And so some of those are executing legal contracts, some of those are just deploying those right teams into the right areas. So it is a lengthy process. Fortunately, our Texas Department of Emergency Management has a lot of pre-executed contracts, and they also, prior to the event even occurring, they had pre-positioned resources throughout the state. So we are part of a state of Texas assistance team, and whenever a request is made anywhere in the state, they send out these requests to the emergency services